So I'm going to go over all the martial law news and what they're pushing here in a moment. But I'm seeing this more and more. There was a CNN piece killing the conspiracy theorist website, prisonplanet.com, saying it's a genetically engineered virus, but that's ridiculous. All the experts say it's not. And that was yesterday, front page of CNN. Of course, there's experts and virologists and doctors all over the world, all over foreign news, major newspapers saying this is clearly engineered, came out of the wrong hemisphere, wrong time of year. These viruses have pedigrees, like if you own a French bulldog, or you own a Doberman, or you own a Mastiff, or you own a Chihuahua, and it's got papers. They know who the great-great-granddaddy was, and they know who his great-great-granddaddy was. Well, these viruses, it would have taken at least a decade. I was on there with a virologist yesterday on Press TV. He was saying, it will take a decade to develop something like this. Yeah, where is it? They don't have a pedigree on it. It's a super virus, but only super in that it has a long incubation period, sheds for a long time, and clearly does infect a large portion of people that get it, but it's extremely mild. If you're a hemophiliac child, prematurely born, it may be able to kill you because you don't have much of an immune system and because you got tiny lungs and you're sick. And that's who this stuff's killing. Well, a common cold kills him too. Now, what's scary is Napolitano said, well, this may peter out in a couple of weeks, but the next one's coming soon, and it's going to be the big one. And I agree with them. This is a beta test. They've been beta testing their federalization. Look at how they announced last week. Oh, we're just federalizing the state police in Arizona, and all these other cities are getting rid of their police forces and saying the U.S. Army will be their police force in Schenectady, New York, and the Army's in Tennessee. The governor says, well, you can't run checkpoints here. What are you doing? Shut up, Governor. We're doing it. And then it's in the newspaper, the Army's out and the Air Force is out running checkpoints. And they just announced, we're going to keep spying on everybody. And we're going to take control of the internet. And the Pentagon says we're going to start cyber attacking websites that criticize us inside the U.S., just openly announcing incredible felonies. And now they're attacking us. No doubt it's them. We've analyzed the attack. And this is sick. You guys... Most of the military are great folks. That's why they've been listed as terrorists. They know the biggest candidate that got the most money of Barack Obama or anybody was Ron Paul from the military, and so you've been listed as terrorist. But they got these control freaks they hire, and they've got working for the military and private contractors that are attacking us and others, and they're working for the bankers. They had a top congressman come out yesterday, it's in my stack, and say the Congress is owned by foreign banks. Of course, the country has had a corporate criminal hijacking. And they know you're waking up. They can see that it's building up towards their arrest, them going to jail. The people waking up, overthrowing the New World Order, getting America back. And so they're going to create bird flu scares and swine flu scares. And if we really start getting ready to get rid of them, they'll release the real thing, folks, and clamp down martial law and say, we're not clamping down martial law because of the demonstrations. We're doing it because, 1 billion people have died. We're seeing right now what their response is going to be. This is a beta test, no doubt. I'm 99% sure of it. Now, as I said last week, I was 95% sure this was a hoax. Now I'm getting to be almost 100%. But listen to this. Amid swine flu outbreak, racism goes viral. And guess who they decided to attack? MSNBC. Alex Jones. This is the new tactic. They have a white supremacist, goes on the site, says he doesn't like me because I'm not racist. Doesn't matter. Within hours of that guy killing 3 cops and shooting a couple more in Pittsburgh, the Southern Poverty Law Center, basically the CIA, that admitted that's who they work with, they get from the police his full surfing record, now public, Fox, CNN, everybody, Drudge Report, you name it. And they decide to go after Alex Jones and say he was a big fan of Alex Jones. And they have so-called friends pop up on TV right away and say it. Then it turns out he hated me and was attacking me. And they hit me with that. Because I'm saying arrest the bankers, folks. Well, in this article, it goes after me and it says, that's tepid compared, it talks about it, to some of the xenophobic reactions spreading like an emerging virus across the internet. See, we're the virus. The disgusting blight is because Mexicans are pigs. The anonymous poster ran it on the Prison Planet forum, part of radio host columnist Alex Jones' website. Yeah, what, the Southern Poverty Law Center probably was in there saying that? I mean, come on. This is disgusting. So you have the government and the media and the Mexican government no doubt hyping this when they have literally sometimes thousands of flu deaths a week during their peak season, just regular flu. They're doing this to get control of their country, their nation. And then the poverty pimps, the limousine liberals, the foundation controllers, the eugenicists, the Margaret Sanger heirs, the heirs of Margaret Sanger, they always race pimp. And so, I mean, I guess you could go on an MSNBC forum and call Chinese people bad names and then say, oh, MSNBC doesn't like Chinese people. I mean, it's the most petty guilt by association, but it's a good thing they're doing this because they've worn themselves out. Nobody buys this race stuff anymore. They have so overused it, so overpushed it. Everybody knows that it's the establishment, the big corporations. You know, MSNBC is partially owned by General Electric and several other big bomb makers who drop cluster bombs on brown people all over the world. And, of course, white people in Serbia and DU. So we all know who really likes to kill brown people. And it's you, MSNBC. Shame on you for all the people you murder. Shame on you for your eugenics in Africa. Shame on you for all the activities carried out by the globalist bosses. Let's see. They want to keep everybody divided. And it says, they quote a forum that has millions of posts on it. Millions of posts. And I bet if we could track this is probably Southern Poverty Law Center or somebody. This disgusting blight is because Mexicans are pigs. An anonymous poster ranted on the Prison Planet forum, part of radio host, columnist Alex Jones' website. See, they don't have anything I've said bad about Mexicans. So they want to make this a racial issue. I'll never forget whenever all these communist spies were in the U.S. under Clinton and there were all these murders going on and they were handing over the, you name it, Panama Canal, you name it. And there would be CNN pieces going, are these groups racist? Is Bill Gertz at the Washington Times racist against Chinese people? That'd be like if we had German spies during World War II in the U.S. Are you against Germans? It's the same thing. If you criticize Israel, the Israeli lobby will try to make it about race or religion. What, you don't like Jews? Then they'll mix in legitimate criticism, even Jews in Israel that disagree. They're, oh, what, you don't like Jews? You're a self-hating Jew? I mean, again, this is injecting the issue. And then all the racists and people out there, they certainly play into the trap. And they even attack Michael Savage here. They say Michael Savage speculated that terrorists are using Mexican immigrants as walking germ weapons. It would be easy, he said, to bring an altered virus into Mexico, put it in the general population, and have them march across the border. Of course, it's been Alan Keyes, I'm thinking of Charles Key out of Oklahoma. Alan Keyes has come out, rightfully so, and made the point that he thinks Obama will stage terror attacks to bring in martial law. Absolutely, they're finally getting it. Michael Savage has said that, including a bio attack, said that about a month ago. He said several statements along those lines. So he's got to be demonized now. And, of course, you've got to speculate. The government's been asked that in press conferences over and over again. Is this a bio attack? Did somebody put this in Mexico? But when mainstream news asked Homeland Security this in press conferences, oh, it's normal and okay. But when Michael Savage gets a call about it and speculates, it's because he's a racist. And they sandwich that in. With somebody at the Prison Planet forum. You know, people were emailing me panicking yesterday going, have you banned comments on InfoWars? We love commenting on InfoWars. Have you banned it? I said, no. We're getting denial of service attacks and lots of regular traffic. the site isn't loading, so we turned the comments off to see if it sped the site up, and it did do it. Then this morning, it wasn't as bad, so we turned the comments back on. But if I can't get moderators, and if I can't get, I don't have the money for it, and if people can't get control of this, they'll kill the black people, kill the Mexicans, go after the president, and then we track it back to government IP addresses, and the Secret Service keeps showing up over here, we are going to have to shut it down because they need to go in there and do this to set us up. Because it won't exist if we don't get control of the situation. So I'm asking people to email Paul Watson, Kurt Nimmo, folks that we've seen that have written articles, writers, people that are credible, who we know who you are. If you want to volunteer to moderate and try to help us defend ourselves on the comment pages, on Prison Planet Forum, we need your help because they are coming after us in the national media. They know we're a threat to them here on the show.